Hey everybody, I'm just doing another video about Horner syndrome. This is an update from a video that I did a year ago. So if you haven't seen my first video, you can just go in my channel. It's probably the only one on there. Again, I just made these videos to help anybody else out that is struggling with Horner syndrome. As you can see, I still have Horner syndrome, or at least the droopy eyelid part. This is an update video explaining what's basically happened in the past year since I made my previous video after having Horner's for 1 year. So I'm currently at 2 years of Horner syndrome. I came down with Horner syndrome February 23rd of 2022. So a couple of things that have changed have been, I'm no longer really waking up with redness. I used to wake up with redness in my eye or pinkness. And the solution that I was using was making it go away, but I no longer wake up with it. The other thing, my dilation has come back probably like 6 months ago. So my pupil does dilate now, which prior to that, it wasn't dilating. And then the sweat on my right side has come back as well too, about the same time that the dilation came back. Because I used to not being able to sweat on my right side. So all those things have come back. Those are the 3 or 4 symptoms of Horner syndrome. Is 1, you have the droopy eyelid. 2, you have no sweat on your right side. And then the third one is your pupil doesn't dilate. And then sometimes the fourth is you will wake up with redness in your eye. So a couple of things I want to go over of what I've been taking that I think could be helping me out with this. Obviously, the Upneeq that I mentioned in my prior video, these eye drops have pretty much been the lifesaver. They come, that one box has 30 packets, so it's a month's supply. When you open this up, it is this tube here that you twist off the cap, and then you take 1 drop into whatever the eye's affected. But what I noticed is probably at the same time, about 6 months ago, prior to that, I was only taking it in one eye. But then after like a year or so, when I was saying that my dilation came back, my sweat came back, it was around that time too that when I would take it into this eye, my right eye, which was affected, it would go back to normal. But then my left eye, which was fine, would start to droop down. So it's kind of weird that, I don't know why that happened, especially like after a year of taking it, but that was it just randomly happened. So now I take it in both eyes. I do the eye drop in both eyes now because it balances it out. Because when I take it in my right eye will go back looking like my left eye, but then my left eye would start drooping. I don't know if anybody knows why that happened. Please explain in the comments. Then another solution that I got from my neurologist was this stuff right here. I'll leave a little description below, but it's Apraclonidine Solution. I use this because it was covered by insurance. The Upneeq is not covered by insurance. It's something, you pay out of pocket. It's $150 for that box. But again, I actually was using a little Q-tip, but then I switched to a little rubber stopper. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little rubber stopper that will go in there, and I just keep it this side up. And instead of using, because it's only a one-time use, but instead of, prior to that, I was getting like 3 drops, but now I can get like 8 to 10 drops in each eye. So I could basically use it 8 to 10 times just from that one capsule. So instead of lasting for 1 month, you can make it last up to 8 months or more, depending how much you're using it. So again, the Upneeq is not covered by insurance, but this was covered by insurance. When I ran out of I think my second box of Upneeq, I switched over to this, And this was working fine for about 2 weeks. But then I really started getting redness and irritation in my eye. So I don't know what happened, but I definitely can't use this stuff anymore, at least not daily like I'm able to use the Upneeq. Like I said, this was good for about 2 weeks, and then my eye just started burning and getting red, so I had to kick this and go back to Upneeq. And then besides the drops, I've been taking vitamins. So these 3 vitamins that I've been taking, they're good for your nerves. They basically heal your nerves, and that's what Horner's is caused from, is blockage of the nerve. At least in my case, there was a disruption in the nerve where the nerve stopped working that controls my eyelid. So I've been taking this alpha-lipoic acid. It's the one with the R, because there's just regular alpha-lipoic acid, and then the one with the R, your body, from what I understand, absorbs it better because it doesn't have any synthetics in it like the regular alpha-lipoic acid does. Then also been taking B12 vitamin, and then this P5P vitamin for the nervous system as well too. It's basically a B6 vitamin that your body absorbs better as well too. And I'll leave the description on these below too, unless you just want to pause the video and see what they are. All right, so I just took a drop in each eye. You can see it's been about 10 minutes. That's how long it takes to kick in, and it's like fully active and developed within like 20 minutes. But yeah, within 10 minutes you can already see my eye is back to normal, looking just like my left eye. And it lasts around 8 hours. I usually find it used to last like 6 to 7, but I noticed I found somebody else taking eye drops, and they said if you just pinched for 30 seconds once you do the drop, that way the solution doesn't escape through your tear ducts right away. So if you press and hold for 30 seconds after you take the drop, I noticed after I started doing that, it went to last about like 8 to 9 hours. Basically using it almost every day ever since I came across Upneeq. My only concern has been since my sweat came back, my dilation came back, and my redness went away. I'm wondering if consistently using the Upneeq stopped from my eyelid just going back to normal. If you have any thoughts on that, or if you're a neurologist or in the medical field, and what are your thoughts about it? I'd like to hear from you. Would that hinder from full recovery of my eye going back, because all the other 2 to 3 symptoms went back to normal and only the droopiness is still there? And the droopiness isn't as bad as it was last year too. I've seen some improvement, but I'm still wondering if I'm still using Upneeq daily, is that hindering my full recovery in it? And again, a little backstory. I'm not sure if you've seen the first video, but I've had all the scans done. I've had like 4 MRIs, couple MRAs, X-rays. They couldn't find anything or what the reasoning was for my Horner syndrome to start. Usually it's going to be a blockage with a tumor or something like that, or a tear in your neck. But I didn't have any of those issues. So, well, I hope this update helps you guys out. I'm not sure what your situation is or how you had Horner syndrome, but if you feel like this video helped you out, or you know somebody else dealing with Horner syndrome that can help them out, go ahead and like it, share it, let them know about it, about Upneeq or the other solution, maybe even taking some vitamins to see if it helps their nerve damage, if that's the only cause that they know about. And hopefully you guys all get better. I'm hoping that this will heal on its own. Nerve damage, they heal very slowly. You know, your only other option would be to get surgery done, and that's like the last thing that I want to do. I don't want to get surgery. I'm still hoping that just like the other 3 symptoms came back, that this last droopiness of the eyelid goes away as well too. So yeah, hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Bye.